Yo, this is Ace Banton in SAT building, baby. You're watching SAT Telecom, that's the #1 choice. Boom!
Whenever the iron play, I'll be there. Wherever the steel band play, I'll be there. Anytime it's carnival, yo, festival, bacchanal, behind the big truck, down the road, everybody, they know that I'll be there. Yo, this is Mr. Challenge, you're watching SAT TV, the people's choice.
Welcome to SAT TV News. I am Shanna Esprit, your presenter. In our top stories today, West Indies captain Darren Sammy says Windies team confident to face Zimbabwe. Farrakhan to sue Bahamas newspaper. Pope Francis pleads for poor people as inauguration mass held. And in sports, Wacky Rollers go in search of victory in Premier Division competition. Details of these and other stories after the break.
SAT Telecoms. And I'm a tutuni. Big up, one love.
It's only when we unite as one, then a lot more thing can be done. Stop this useless fight down, killing out your own brother, man. Time we rise and all realize we have an enemy in disguise, standing right in the mix of you. Got to know who is who. This is Derek Peters and you're watching SAT TV. That's what I have, SAT TV. SAT TV, that's the way to go. Rah! To the world. Ooh, diddy, ooh, diddy, ooh, diddy.
Thank you for staying with us. Champagne Reef, located on the outskirts of Point Michel, has always been known as a popular site for tourists and locals alike who enjoy the underwater adventure. However, it came as no surprise that Snorkeler's Life List in Caribbean Travel and Life magazine named Champagne as the #1 snorkeling destinations for 2013 in the Caribbean. Mr. Colin Piper, Director of Discover Dominica Authority, said, "This has been a great achievement in terms of development of our tourism industry in Dominica."
In this particular case, recognizing Champagne as one of the top 10 snorkeling sites, it allows people to recognize that that is an experience that they would want to undertake, and it allows Dominica to get a little bit more branding and awareness out there in terms of the media. So we always look to rack up as many accolades as we can, and we utilize those in our marketing in terms of, not only are we saying it, but here's what others are saying, here's what others who have experienced the product are saying, here's what other media who covers the destination are saying about the product. So it gives us a certain level of legitimacy.
There were 25 other snorkeling destinations across the region, including another of our own, Scott's Head, which was in the 18th position. Although it is too soon to determine whether Dominica will benefit from this publication, Mr. Piper said that it is essential to rack up as many accolades possible to utilize in marketing. The experience the tourists gain when they stay in Dominica is one of the products that the Discover Dominica Authority tries to promote.
So we, in all of our advertising, whether it is on TV or in publications or even social media, what we try to portray is the fact that you can do something in Dominica, you can experience something, and as such, the sites, the attractions are typically the star, if you will.
Mr. Piper said we have to show people how they can experience nature and experience it on the other aspects of Dominica as well. The magazine describes Champagne as seahorses and frogfish will keep you company as you explore the island's most popular snorkel site, where streams of air effervesce from fishes in the seafloor, making snorkelers feel like they are swimming in a bottle of bubbly. Keep your eyes peeled for parrotfish and lobster amid gardens of hard and soft coral. We are now very dependent on the tourism industry. would you say that enhancing our sites and our hotels would be beneficial to the industry?
Well, yes. We're just coming into a review and update of the Tourism Master Plan, and product development is one of the key, I would probably say the key area that they speak of. And that in particular has to deal with the sites and attractions, what people can do on island, and also where they can stay, so the properties.
This is what Mr. Piper had to say on the importance of the upkeep of our sites.
Sites and attractions, as you know, again, are key to what we're doing. So, being the nature island of the Caribbean, it's incumbent upon us to make sure that our sites are pristine, are one with nature, clean, free of indiscriminate littering. So, to the Division of Forestry, the Waitakere National Trail, and all the volunteers that look to some of these natural sites, we certainly appreciate their efforts and encourage them to continue, because it is as a result of their doing that our guests are able to have a better experience of these sites.
The Buck Island of the USVI captured 2nd position, and Bite Beef in Turks and Caicos was 3rd. In more stories, the alleged statement that St. Joseph is one of the poorest villages in Dominica has aggravated most of its residents, especially upcoming councillor Mr. Aaron Lebras. The last village election was held on March 6, 2013, and Mr. Lebras is one of the elected members. Mr. Lebras, who is also known as The Voice, says that the moment has come where St. Joseph residents need to speak on the entire aspect of the village being one of the poorest.
We have a lovely beach in St. Joseph. Maybe the only thing about it is that we have a few bits and pieces to do on the beach, keeping it clean and the rest of it. But right next door to us is Mero, and St. Joseph has a very, a very lovely beach. You have a lovely set of people in St. Joseph where we want to invite people to come down and see the beach and be a part and parcel of what is going on in St. Joseph. My only problem is that there are certain things that are going on the beach, and soon to come I will be a councillor. The inauguration of the village council will be on the 3rd of April 2013. And I will be one of the councillors, and I'm asking people very openly that it's time for us to do things to keep our community clean.
He said St. Joseph was once categorized as the cleanest community in Dominica and received awards for that recognition on 3 consecutive occasions. However, individuals should understand that the government of Dominica cannot ensure that everything is accomplished for them. He is appealing to St. Joseph residents to begin helping themselves rather than depending on the government, as well as adding further unnecessary stress.
And see where the government can meet us halfway down the line, instead of we just going ahead and try to make people think that government have to do everything for a community. You need to clean up your community, and I don't care where you are in Dominica, I don't care who you are. The whole fact of the matter is you need to clean up your community. And how are you going to do that? If you keep your environment clean. I mean, you have such a beautiful beach like this. People need to understand that they need to stop throwing things in the gutters, that by the time the heavy rain would come or water would flow, all the rubbish would come down on the beach.
St. Joseph is one of the complete communities, and we need to maintain the facilities to keep it that way, he added. St. Joseph consists of too many abandoned houses, Mr. Lebras noted. It does not matter if the owner or landlord is in Dominica or abroad. These houses need to be demolished.
And people need to take care of their lands. You have old houses, you have land in St. Joseph where people just leave the lands and grass growing, and you have trees that growing right in the community. If I have to take you to the river, the very same river that caused so much damage in St. Joseph, and government is up, even as we speak, government is now spending money in the river at St. Joseph, but people are still throwing garbage in the river. And that is hurting me. And if somebody else might be afraid or ashamed to talk about it, then they have a problem. But those are the things that are hurting me. And that is the reason why I am saying, I'm looking at St. Joseph in its eyes now, and I'm saying to the people of St. Joseph that we, the people of St. Joseph, need to do much better than that.
He added he is not accepting the position as village council to fire anyone, However, if you are paid to do a job, you should do it well and let others see that you are. Mr. Lebras says it is time that his parliamentary representative, Honorable Kelva Daru, take a break from these minor issues.
I would like everybody who's working for the village council to keep their job. Everybody that is working for the community to keep their job. But you are paid to do a job. Do it and let people see that you are doing it. I'm talking about the drains. I'm talking about the public convenience. People need to do their job and respect themselves. One of the things that I love about the Prime Minister of Dominica the most is that he always say, when you are being paid to do a job and you are disrespecting the job, you disrespect yourself. How you disrespect your job is by showing up to work late, coming to work when you want, doing what you want at work. As long as you are doing that, you are disrespecting your very own self.
In other stories, 2 Dominican nationals have landed themselves in serious trouble in a neighboring country. They are 39-year-old Alex James and 33-year-old Rollins Roll, who were intercepted about 8.2 nautical miles south of Guapito, Soufriere in St. Lucia on Friday, March 15, 2013 at about 9 p.m. The men were traveling on an open keel boat, namely Von Von, with registration number J7114MHT. They were arrested for being in possession of 667 kilograms, equivalent to 1,487.2 pounds of cannabis, and appeared before the 2nd District Court in St. Lucia on Monday 18th March 2013 in St. Lucia. Both men have been remanded in custody at Baudelaire Correctional Facility until Tuesday, April 30th, 2013. In more news, West Indies captain Darren Sammy says the team is well prepared to face Zimbabwe, with the first match scheduled to kick off on Wednesday, March 20th, 2013. Speaking with the media on Tuesday, March 19th, 2013, following a practice session, Sammy stated this test match is very important to them, especially as they stand a chance in winning 6 matches consecutively.
It's very important, and no better place to play than here in Dominica. We've not had a victory here in Dominica, so I know the people want to see a victory, and it would be a momentous occasion for us to come here and win the second test match.
Mr. Sammy noted the team will stick to the game plan they had for the last 5 test matches played. This included 5 specialist batsmen and 4 specialist bowlers, which they will continue to use in that format. He revealed that in the last test match they played, 3 fast bowlers, which proved to be very successful, as Shane Chillingford picked up 9 wickets and all team members did what was expected of them. They are looking to do the same in Dominica, he says.
The last time we played here against Australia, it was a very close game. Chillingford ended up getting 10 wickets in the match, and pitch looks like a similar pitch. But we take inspiration from different things. We had a function last week, Saturday. I had a chat with Sir Gary, one of my all-time cricket icons, and it was a good chat to have with him. He gave me some inspiring words, tell me to move on, continue from strength to strength, and that coming from Sir Gary is motivation in itself. So yes, it's like I said, it's an important match, and we have our game plans, and once we go out there and execute properly, we should come out victorious.
Mr. Sammy says the 5 wins they have racked up thus far have been very motivating, and this they are looking to capitalize on. Although they will face Pakistan later this year, Mr. Sammy says they will see it as an opportunity to continue on their winning streak. He said the Caribbean has a number of fast bowlers, Ravi Rampal, Fidel Edwards, who are instrumental to the team along with their strong batters, namely Devon Smith, Kirk Edwards and Ramnarish Sawan. The captain says all the team members will bring their best foot forward, as they know the competition is very tough and nothing must be taken for granted. He went on to say he will try his best in continuing to make the right decisions on the field to benefit the team. Curator or head groundsman of the Windsor Park Sports Stadium, Mr. Richard Pablo later says they have done all they possibly can, and the players can expect a perfect cricket pitch for the test matches. He said they had 4 years of good running, which they hope to continue.
We pride ourselves in preparing a perfect pitch. There's enough for the batsmen, enough for the bowlers. So we're not going to prepare a wicket for Shane or we're not going to prepare a wicket for any one of the fast bowlers best, for instance. We're going to prepare a good strip that will have a good result in the end. That one will, the batsman will settle long, he'll get runs.
Mr. Later added he is perfectly satisfied with the work done in preparing the pitch and they are ready to play some good cricket. The full squads read: Darren Sammy, captain; Danish Ramdin, vice captain; Tino Best, Darren Bravo, Shivnarayan Chandapal, Nasing Deonarayan, Shannon Gabriel, Chris Gale, Verasamy Permol, Kiran Powell, Kimar Roach, Marlon Samuels, and Shane Shillingford. Team management are Otis Gibson, head coach; Richie Richardson, team manager; Toby Radford, assistant coach; CJ Clark, physiotherapist; Hector Martinez Charles, strength and conditioning coach; Richard Berridge, video and statistical analyst; Philip Spooner, media manager; Fitz Allen, massage therapist. In other news, the achievement of 8 young ladies who participated in the Carnival 2013 Princess Show was highlighted as they were awarded on Saturday, March 16th by the Rotaract Club of Roseau. Parliamentary representative of the Roseau Central constituency, Honorable Norris Prevost, who was at the ceremony, congratulated the participants of the show, stating that they brought a lot of joy to all who attended. Mr. Prevost also commended the members of the Rotaract Club of Roseau for the various projects they have been carrying out in their communities, especially for those carried out in Roseau.
Honestly, the work you're doing is marvelous work, both the physical work as well as the work you're doing in helping to build our people, our young people, in service to our elderly. It is tremendous work. Let me just say to you that being a Rotaractor is a gift. It's a very, very special gift to be selected to be a Rotaractor. And I want to urge each of you to cherish that gift, to grow it, and to use it to grow yourself. But more importantly, I would like you to recognize that Rotaract is, as you know, a part of the Rotary International family.
He encouraged the members of the club to remain focused, as being a Rotary member for over 40 years shaped him today into the individual he is. Mr. Prevost stated that the Rotaract Club is one of the model organizations in Dominica which always strive to provide service above self as their motto.
As Rotaractors, go forth and show your leadership by helping to build the voluntary sector. Show your leadership by sharing the Rotaract model with other youth organizations in Dominica, because one of the biggest challenges that both youth organizations and other voluntary organizations are facing is that they don't have a cadre of trained leaders to take them forward. They don't have governance models by which to operate. You in Rotaract, you're fortunate that you have an international model to guide you in the way you keep your meetings, in the programs for each month.
He went on to urge the club members to continue the good work while building their communities. Reigning Princess Charisse Linton says her journey to the throne was a lot of hard work, and although her mother did not want her to take part in the show, her persistence paid off when she emerged victorious. She said she marveled at the dedication and creativity of each member of her team who was very supportive. This made her realize it was not possible to do it all on her own.
I did not want to disappoint anyone, least of all myself. I had a goal, and in full throttle, I raced towards it. The journey was pleasant because I traveled with friends. The other contestants were just wonderful people, and I hope that we maintain the friendship that we have. It was with ease and excitement that I graced the stage, thorough preparation had taken me to this comfort zone. Living each moment one round at a time, I delivered my best. My team was there with me. My friends would probably suffer laryngitis by the end of the show, and complete strangers who appreciated my efforts conveyed their approving sentiments. It was a all very rewarding experience.
Miss Linton says a moment she will never forget is when she was crowned Princess 2013. To her, it was a dream fulfilled, which has opened up many doors for her, namely being more confident as a public speaker. Take a look at the Princess Show participants while they accepted their prizes.
From Mount Prospect Primary, Cherise Linton, reigning Carnival Princess. Grace Etienne, Dalis Primary. Khadija Gregoire, Grand Bay Primary. Leslie Roberts, Convent Prep. And Renelle Coppel from Casabruce Primary. All the girls also get a copy of the Princess Show attached to their prize.
The specific prizes were also distributed to the deserving young ladies. Best Talent went to Miss Renelle Coppel, Best Costume went to Miss Cherise Linton, Best in Party Dress, Miss Intelligence and Miss Congeniality went to Leslie Roberts, who was the first runner-up. Grace Etienne captured the prize for Miss Photogenic. Reigning Princess, Miss Linton received an Amazon Kindle, a government scholarship, a trip courtesy Express de Zille, and 2 gift certificates, one from Jolly's Pharmacy and the other from Jay's, among other items.
First runner-up, Miss Leslie Roberts, gets a Kindle as well, a gift certificate from Jay's Pharmacy, a gift certificate from Jolly's Pharmacy, and, well, among other prizes. Second runner-up, Khadija Gregoire from Granby, gets an MP3 player, a gift certificate from Jolly's, and a gift certificate from Jay's Bookstore. And last but not least, Grace Etienne is our third runner-up. And she gets a gift certificate from Jay's Bookstore, Jolly's Pharmacy as well, and an MP3 player, among other prizes.
The Rotaract Club sends a special thank you to all the business partners who came on board with them to make the Princess Show 2013 and prize-giving ceremony a success. In other news, Vice President of Dominica Arts and Crafts Association, Ms. Vanessa Romain, says their former vendor, Miss Agatha Green, who passed away last week at the age of 80, will be deeply missed. Ms. Romain said Ms. Green was there from inception and at most times the first person present at every meeting. Although Ms. Green lived in Portsmouth, she made herself available at every exhibition filled with enthusiasm. It is believed she had the spirit which made a positive impact on most individuals around her. She was referred to as Granny, Ms. Romain added. She said with the little that Miss Green had, she always made an effort to bring coconut tablets, cassava, and other food items that she made.
She would even buy bread that we could do the old school way of putting tablet in the bread and so forth. So she was really an inspiration. And also she was very dedicated to her craft because she had been doing straw work for like 65 years. And she was, although she was of age, she still kept up to date with the designs and the style, using her straw bags to, incorporate it with present styles and present designs. and she would look at things, and this lady was just a remarkable lady.
Miss Green was someone who was always willing to teach others. Last year, Miss Green had a stroke, which resulted in paralysis in one side of her body. She would still ask for her items and tools, such as her knife and straw, to make her crafts.
She made straw hats. She used, the material she used was screw pine. She used vetiver. She would use the coconut leaf and also the coconut fiber. She would break it up and make little flowers out of the coconut fiber and even dye it, so it will look like a nice little flower. She would dye it in different colors. She would also use the banana. She would use plantain stem, and there's a plant. It grows somewhat just like an aloe plant, but they call it langbeef. That is the plant she would get her thread from.
Luckily, Miss Romain held on to a product of Miss Green's.
This is a bag she made out of banana for the banana exhibition. That is the stem of the banana, and she only made one because it was an expo, and she only made one of it. And this bag, I've just held on to it because when after the expo, I tell her how much to sell it. She said, I don't know. She had a way of talking. I don't know. And then there was a competition, a UN competition, and I said I was going to put it in. But then when she fell sick, I said it doesn't make sense send it in because she's the only one with the knowledge of how to actually make this bag.
Miss Romain says the DACA wishes Miss Green was here to witness activities such as the exhibitions and Buy Dominica events. However, she did leave the association with inspirational advice. She asked Miss Romain to remain devoted to the association and to try her best to keep the group together. She noted the major issue with Dominicans is that we are too divided, and unless we learn to work together, we will always remain at the same pace that we presently at.
Even in groups now, we still divided. We have become so divided. That is why we are falling apart. And she always said that that is one of the things that will keep us together if we decide to work together. And she had a love for everybody. I don't think it had one person I knew that she hated. Because she would talk and deal with everybody. Even if she don't like your attitude, she would tell you she don't like that person's attitude, but she would not shun them or make them feel less than anybody else.
He left home, went out to have some fun. Never thought that this was rerun. Till he got a sign, he maybe saw a signal the day he would say goodbye. Another innocent life was taken. Friends and family in distress. I hope survivors of this situation are considering themselves blessed. Oh, we never know when our life will be taken. Be conscious, a time bomb is ticking. See, when you're gone, you're gone. Rest in peace, my heart goes out when I say we must pray.
The youth of Dominica gathered at the Arawak House of Culture on Saturday, March 16, 2013, to express the issues affecting their day-to-day lives through song, poetry, dancing, and drama. Many people gathered to what turned out to be a splendid and exciting event with a variety of performances from youths all over the island who displayed real stories through presentations. It is evident that there are many issues affecting our youth and the society. Drugs, teenage pregnancy, murders, indecent assault, and prostitution were just a few that were demonstrated at the show.
So maybe you're the 5-pack, so what you working with?
I got no money, you know.
No money? Girl, let me tell you that, girl, you think it's easy to get them kind of connects. Baby girl, let me tell you that they'll have a busted dukes right here, you know, girl. Let me tell you that, we don't play this game, you know, girl. It's bring the money or go have me funny. You understand?
But I can check your boy Irene.
You want to check my boy Irene? My boy, I said you don't put that? If I don't, but... sorry.
Take a look at one of the scenes shot with a dance rendition, I Believe I Can. Mr. Delroy Williams, coordinator of the Youth Talks Through the Arts, said the Youth Talk Through the Arts project has been established in Barbados, St. Lucia, St. Kitts and Nevis, and now Dominica. The youth of Dominica realizes the effect that these issues have on the country and is willing to face the challenges head on. And in court news, 25-year-old Donan Gervais of Soufriere, who pled guilty to the charge of theft when he appeared before Roseau Magistrate Evelina Baptiste on Monday, March 18, 2013, will have to seek some form of employment to pay the fine handed down to him. After pleading guilty, he was fined $900 to be paid on or before September 30, 2013, or in default, sentenced to 6 months imprisonment. He was also ordered to pay the sum of $553 in the form of compensation to be paid no later than 2 p.m. on Monday, March 19th, or in default, sentenced to 4 months imprisonment. According to the facts of the case, at about 10:45 a.m. on Thursday, February 7th, Dr. David Jerkins of the United Kingdom went to snorkel with the Nature Isles dive shop and secured his wallet, which contained cash, in a closet at the dive shop and left. Upon returning, he noticed that his wallet was tampered with and some of the cash missing. He immediately reported it to the police station in Soufriere, who then launched an investigation. Things worked out in their favor as they received useful information which led them to Mr. Gervais, who upon questioning gave conflicting stories of the incident. He later changed the story and said he saw the wallet on the floor in the wardrobe and took $240 US from it, but is willing to pay. He was then cautioned and arrested. In mitigation, his attorney Ronald Charles, who pled for a non-custodial sentence for his client, stated that he is the only breadwinner for his mother, who has 5 children. He does construction and farming and plays for the Dominica national football team and is very embarrassed by his actions. He further stated he is trying to make something out of his life in the form of football, hoping to make himself and his family proud. He went on to say that his client was very remorseful for his actions and is very saddened by it. He said he is looking to further his education at the Dominica State College, so he pleaded for a suspended sentence. Magistrate Evelina Baptiste stated he should emulate responsibility that others can follow, especially as a sportsman. She said theft is too high in Dominica, hence the reason for her sentence. Mr. Gervais could consider himself lucky, as the maximum penalty for theft is 7 months imprisonment. This has been the local segment of the news. Coming up next, regional highlights.